Welcome back to the Pokemon White Shiny Badge Quest Nuzlocke. We have a lot of stuff to cover today, so fasten your seatbelts and get ready for some of the most powerful additions to our team and some of the most risky battles yet. We start the episode right where we left off, in Castelia City. Bianca asks us to meet her at the gate to Route 4, so we heal up our team and ready Sneck at the lead. Sneck's setup abilities makes this fight look a lot easier than it would seem. Herdier can threaten high damage takedown crits at the start, but after a successful Leech Seed hits and a takedown misses, Sneck is able to set up to +5 and bust out the mop for an easy sweep. Nice job, Sneck. Our rival encounters aren't nearly over yet though. Sharon is eager to fight on Route 4, so we heal up again and get ready to fight. Aquamono seems like the clear choice for this battle since Scald can dish out so much damage. We use Sneck for Pansage though, since Pidove can hurt Aquamono along with Samstored chit damage if we try to set up. We Mega Drain for some health back and switch back into Aquamono as Pignite comes out. From there it's just a simple Scald to take that one out. Finally, Liepard is the finisher. I decided to give Juice some action too, since it lets Liepard talk to the hand and we slap that Liepard so hard it loses at least a couple of its 9 lives. Great work, team. On Route 4 we grab the Dig TM before heading north to the Desert Resort. The Desert Resort has an important item in the Relic Castle which is crucial for our next shiny hunt. We sneak past all the trainers and grab some random items, but eventually end up talking to the hiker in the Relic Castle, who gives us the Plume Fossil. We then go to the north gate of Route 4 to meet up with Professor Juniper, who gives us some Ultra Balls before we stroll into Nimbasa City, which gets a little bit cut short, because before we can even get to the Pokemon Center, we have to fight a couple of Team Plasma Grunts who are messing with an old man. Juice steps up to the plate, and after waking up from hypnosis, we wake up Slap the Watchhog, and the poor Trubbish that comes next doesn't know what it's in for. It activates my Guts ability after it poisons me with Sludge and gets absolutely demolished by a chip away. Bye-bye now. Good job, Juiced. The old man then gives us the bicycle, and I decide it's time to use that bike to do a bit of backtracking. We head all the way back to Nacrene City to start our hunt for the next member of the Shiny Badge Quest, Archen. While the game only gives us 1 Plume Fossil at this point, I decide that I should trade over 4 more to increase the efficiency of the hunt. Checking 5 Archen at once, we eventually found our shiny Archen, which I decided to name Deathless, because you never know. I would like to run this run Deathless, but we might have to lose some Pokemon. When you think about it, is Archen still a fossil? Is he dead? Yeah. Well anyways, Deathless took a total of 10,450 Archen seen in total. Check out the reaction video in the description. Deathless's IVs are, though, 23 in HP, 19 in attack, 11 in defense, 0 in special attack, 23 in special defense, and 13 in speed. Deathless is just about the most mediocre Archen I could hope for, because the attack and speed are really all that matter. It's fairly fast, and its attack is a bit above average, and coupled with a neutral bashful nature, it'll definitely be able to dish out some powerful physical moves before getting knocked into its hindering defeatist ability HP range from enemy attacks. Now that we have secured our 4th member, it's time to continue the episode. Before going back to Nimbasa City, we grab Solar Beam TM and a rare candy from Pinwheel Forest, which could come in handy later. Arriving back in Nimbasa City, we grab some important items for upcoming battles, including TM73 Thunderwave from the shop, and HMO4 Strength, and a random Soothe Bell, which isn't really important, but you know, it's still cool, and we might use Return later. Now that we have Strength, we backtrack again for some EV grinding. Juiced will be the key to victory for the upcoming gym battle, so we have to give it some bulk before we continue moving forward. We go back to Wellspring Cave and raise our defense EV count to 120 on Wild Roggenrola. During our grind, Juiced levels up to 25, which means it's time for him to evolve. Gurdurr is definitely an upgrade from Timber, but it will go even further beyond its current power later. For now, let's congratulate Juiced on its evolution. Now that Juiced has some more bulk, we have to make a stop in Castelia City before our next big fight in Nimbasa. We enter the battle company for an important item, and we need to take out a few trainers along the way. Scientist Steve Sawaddle gets taken out by Sneck without issues. Next up, Clerk Wade's Pansear gets set up on as Sneck once again abuses the high bulk it gets from the EVs and its Eviolite. Wade's Panpour and Pansage get one shot as they come out next. Nice. As we challenge Janitor G off, Deathless the Archen gets to fight for the first time. Using the Dig TM we picked up on Route 4, it one-shot the Trubbish, utilizing Deathless's high attack stat. We switch to Sneck as Minccino comes out, gaining a couple of speed EVs on Deathless, and the true prize of the battle company after Geoff admits defeat, the experience share. Now that we have the EXP share, we can more easily manage experience as we continue fighting our way to the 4th gym leader. We give the EXP share to Deathless for starters, since it's so frail and not very useful for the remaining fights in this episode. We go back to Nimbasa City and head to the Ferris wheel, where N takes us on a ride and tells us that he is the king of Team Plasma. Whoa, shocker. Defending his grunts, he then challenges us to a battle after our ride is over. Aquamono is back at it again and is ready to sweep yet another trainer's team. Without even holding the Mystic Water, it absolutely obliterates the Sandile and Darumaka, and takes away about 3/4 of Scraggy's health as it comes out. I equipped a Persianberry in case Scraggy used Swagger, which it did, but it did miss, which is funny. Another Scald takes it out. As Sigilyph comes out, we Scald again, only to be whirlwinded away afterwards. Huh? Sneck sets up Leech Seed, which I carelessly forgot wouldn't work because of Sigilyph's Magic Bounce ability, but no worries. We send Aquamono back in to tank an Air Cutter, and he uses Scald again to finish off our 3rd fight against N. Awesome. Now that N and Team Plasma have left the area, it's time to enter the Nimbasa City Gym. Sneck is our choice pick for this first trainer since the electric moves our opponents have threaten Aquamono a lot. Sneck sets up on Lady Magnolia, taking out her first Emolga and letting Deathless gain some experience on the side. For the second Emolga, I decided to let Juice soak some experience too, so after Emolga paralyzed me, Chip Away was more than enough to send poor Emolga to the healer. The next fight is against Rich Boy Cody, who I decide to spread experience across my members on again. Deathless and Juice make some quick switches out, tanking pursuits and allowing Sneck to finish the job with a couple Mega Drains. Rich Boy Roland is next, and his Blitzel doesn't pose a huge threat to our team either. Deathless and Sneck switch in to soak EXP as Juice finishes off the first Blitzel. As the second one comes out, I just decide to take it out with Juice as well. One more trainer to go. Lady Colette's Emolga meets a similar fate to the other Emolga as Juice takes out this final trainer of the gym. Before we fight Elesa though, we have some EV training and level cap edging to do. Let's go. We head back to Route 1 and grind HP EVs on Juiced to optimize its tankiness for our upcoming gym battle. We get it all the way up to 122 HP EVs and maxing out Juiced's EV count. Juice's final EV count stands at 122 in HP, 255 in attack, 120 in defense, 0 in special attack and special defense, and 13 in speed. Juiced is looking like a real threat. His towering attack stat will prove to be very useful throughout the run, and his bulk will too. The speed EVs are kind of a bummer, but it's okay. We got a lot of attack, HP, and defense EVs in, which is really what matters. With our team almost ready to go, we still have a lot more stuff to do. We edged Juiced on various trainers and wild Pokemon in Pinwheel Forest, eventually edging right up before level 28. We also grabbed the TM for Grass Knot too. Aquamono and Sneck also need to hit the level cap and edge right before we challenge the gym leader, so we battle our way through the battle company, leaving Deathless on our PC, since it isn't very useful in the upcoming fights. Once we finish our edging at the battle company, we have one more thing to do before we challenge the gym leader. In coordination with the Pokemon Black 2 Shiny Badge Quest Nuzlocke, I have decided to do a trade evolution with Juice the Gurdurr on our white version, and Rogchamp the Shiny Boldore on our Black 2 version. These are some powerful Pokemon, and they both have beautiful shinies, so check out episode 4 of the Black 2 Shiny Badge Quest Nuzlocke once it's available. We hop in the trade, and I give Juiced an Everstone so it can evolve on the way back. We remove the Everstones before trading back, and it's a done deal, and definitely mutually beneficial. Juiced the Conkeldurr is an absolute monster. We have one little last thing to do before we fight the gym leader of this episode though. We need to pre-poison Juiced so it can utilize its guts boost during the gym battle. After only 3 minutes, we found a Venipede and it poisoned us fairly quickly. Thank you for your services. I hope to shiny hunt you soon. Later. We are officially prepared now. I make sure to grab all of our members from the PC so Juiced has backup, because I may need to rely on them, depending on how the fight goes. We meet Elesa in the Nimbasa City gym soon enough, and we are finally ready to fight her. Let's go. Right off the bat, Juiced's Guts boost already puts us in a fantastic position, allowing us to one-shot Elesa's Pokemon, given we do hit favorable ranges of damage. On turn 1, when I was expecting a Volt Switch since Juiced's special defense stat isn't too high, I instead get hit with a Quick Attack. I'm very confused as to why Elesa wanted to throw the battle so hard, as Juiced hits a 15 and 16 range on the first Emolga, gaining a crucial level. The second Emolga comes out, and we anticipate the Volt Switch and use Wake Up Slap. Zebstrika is unfortunately out too soon to pose a threat, as we hit another 15 and 16 range on it with Wake Up Slap. Finally, the last Emolga can't even take us out with a Volt Switch crit, thanks to the Citrus Berry restoring our health well above a max roll crit the turn before. We use Strength 1 final time to hit a guaranteed range on Emolga at level 28, and get all the way up to level 29 on Juiced from that clean sweep. GG's Elesa, we got lucky turn 1, and after dodging the crit turn 2, the win was as good as ours. Elesa gives us the Bolt badge and Volt Switch as proof of our victory against her. Juiced will continue to prove itself an absolute monster of an attacker in the episodes to come, as this is only the beginning of it showing off its strength. I imagine it will take a couple months before episode 5 comes out, but you never know, I could just get lucky. Thanks for our patience this episode, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, thanks for watching.